Hello everyone, so it's that time again. These are my inks for the month of April. So we're kind of going to do a bit of a lucky dip draw. They're just all kind of sitting in there. So we'll use this one first, which I think is in this book. Yes. Okay, so this is my Pilot Parallel. With the 6mm nib on it. Now I've actually inked it up with an ink that's very hard to actually read. I'm just going to grab it. Very hard to actually kind of read, which is the Diamine Yellow. But I found this is a really fun like highlighter or a fun colour to have in this pen or this style pen for this month. But I'll just show you how hard it is to read. But it is really fun. As you can see, it is really fun in this wider nib. I really do enjoy playing with this nib for calligraphy purposes, but this yellow is good for that because I probably wouldn't write anything in this yellow color. It is a bit hard to read. It'd be good for like just notations, but it is a bit hard to read. But so much fun in this Pilot Parallel. So that's that one. Ooh, okay, so next up we have my first pen I ever bought. This is my Kaweco Perkeo Bad Taste. This has got a medium nib. This nib has been absolutely hammered. I don't know if you're going to be able to see, but it probably has a wicked case of baby's bottom, but it still writes, and it writes really well. So yeah, let's give that one a go. And this one I have, what do I have in this one? Sorry, I'm just trying to read off the label and it's not really working. This is a really nice green. It's got some nice shadings and some nice tones behind it, and it really comes out in this medium nib. So we're going to have fun with this colour, I think. I think it's going to be a really fun colour to play around with. But yeah, Sherwood Green. Is still, oops, if I can find it. Probably not doing so well here. Okay. Okay, so I haven't changed it on here because it's not a sample. It's still in here. Right here. So it's still got this brown colour in it from last month, and it's going really well. So that one hasn't changed. And while we're on it, this one also hasn't changed. Oops. So this one's still got this ink sample in it, and probably will until I use up that ink sample. But that one's still going good. Another one that's still going good is, I think it's one of my last ones in here, isn't it? Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's still this one, but this is the last of the sample. So we've only probably got half of the ink cartridge left that I've put in there. But yeah, still going really well. This one's also still going really well. I probably haven't written as much at this point with this one, so that's why it hasn't really changed too much, and there's a lot of ink still in the cartridge. These pens hold so much ink, but still really enjoying this colour in this pen. So that one's fine. This one Also still going strong with the same colour. Loving that colour in that pen with that nib still. This one's always going to be, like I said, this one's probably not going to change, and I might stop necessarily showing it just because I'm pretty much always going to have this colour in this pen, just because of how much I like writing with it. Between this one and, oops, this one, that's my black and my blue sorted. So they're both got the same colour in there. So this one's still got the black, yeah. Or actually no, this one's now got Lamy black in it. It's just a Lamy black cartridge, so I might not write it in there. Oh, no, let's do that. Let's do that. So, I'm glad I remembered that. Yeah. Sorry, moment of not thinking there. Unfortunately, I've only got this colour in pen, so that's why we're doing it this way. But yeah, it's a nice black. It does black-like things, and it's just good to write in. So yeah, those two will always stay the same. Ooh, now we're getting onto the ones that I've added in. So let's go through. This one's a good one. So I have inked up this pen. Now, me and this pen have a bit of a love-hate relationship for each other. I do like how this pen writes. I still feel a bit like that this pen is not as good as its value, like how much you pay for it. But still a nice pen. Currently, I have in it, that one I think it is. See, this is my problem. This one does tend to not work if it hasn't been used for a little bit. Once it gets going, it's fine. It's just trying to get the little bucket to go. Okay. Come on, you silly thing. Yeah, see, that's one of my many infuriations with this pen. It's not the only one, but it's one of them. This has got Lamy. Yeah, it's not going to work. It's got the ink, and you can see it flowing. It's just not behaving itself. Yeah, so this is a problem I have with this pen. Once it gets going, it tends to be okay, but when it stops and dries up, it's a pain in the butt. So we'll come back to this one. We'll try another sample in a minute. But yeah, love-hate relationship with this thing. Right. Okay, so this one we do have inked up, but it doesn't have the extra fine nib on it anymore. Currently it's got my 1.5 stub nib on it, because I find this pen's a tad bit too light in my hand and a tad bit too small for me to enjoy it so much. I'm not sure why, and yet it's funny because I enjoy this one so much, but there's just a bit more substance to it. So yeah, we've got this one in and we're using it, which works out really well. And this one has I think the label has cut it off. I feel like it's lavender, but the label seems cut off, so we're going to go with that one. Really like this pen with the wider nib, and really like this colour in this pen. So yeah, we're going to have fun with this one, I think. And we have this one. So this is probably my favourite old sport that I have. I just love the feel of it in my hand, and how it, not necessarily how it writes, but this one just feels the best in the hand, I guess is probably the best way of saying it. I just really, really enjoy this one. So currently we actually have a fine nib on this one currently. And we have a Pilot ink in it as well. I really like this color of ink. It's like almost a grey toned red. I really like it in this pen too. So we've been having some really good fun with this pen, and how it shades and tones all around. So this one has been very enjoyable. I do like pulling this pen out and using it. It is one of my quite well-liked pens. Now, I have one more pen, and it wasn't originally going to get inked up this month. However, if you've seen in my past videos, I did have some issues with this pen, and thankfully that has come to a finish, and we have it working lovely now. Twisby actually sent me a whole new barrel to replace the one that cracked. So it had cracked up in this bit up here, and this one's working lovely. So I have re-inked this one up. I originally wasn't going to, but I've got a new one in it now, so why wouldn't you? So we have another Pilot ink in here. No, that's not how you spell it, but anyway, I made a hash of that. I'm trying to find the ink, like the best blue ink for this pen, because it really looks, to me, I just want a blue ink in it. It's simple as that. So, but yeah, it writes really well. I do have a slight thing where this is being a bit loose, but I'm being a bit scared of tightening it too much, so we'll just keep seeing how that goes. I think that's just how it's going to be for the time being. But yeah, really, really glad that I was able to get this pen back up and being used again and not leaking ink out everywhere. So